Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at another series of videos from Tophiachu about her and the hotel situation, right? So she was living in a motel, she got kicked out, and we had a newcomer drop in the scene. Her name is Squid. She is a housekeeper at the motel, and she's gonna dish out all the story, tell us all the tea. So let's get started. These are the very first clips that came out.
I probably shouldn't be posting this, but there is a TikToker on here whose name I'm not going to say just in case, who is known for going live, and she's been living out of a motel that I just so happened to work at, and we had to kick them out today and DNR them because they couldn't pay their bill, and I quote, because TikTok didn't pay me. They were disgusting, and I can confirm her room was disgusting. I can also confirm that when they were kicked out this morning, they parked outside of the parking lot, and their mom or grandma took a shit on the sidewalk. They're as disgusting as you think they are. That's the reason for the green screen. Yes, I do still have a job. And I want you guys to know that my district manager would have said all the same shit that I'm saying about her, only to her face. I will also say the room is a little bit cleaner than I expected. It's still disgusting. It smells like piss, body odor, and fucking 10-year-old cooking grease. Like, there's so much grease on the light bulb over the stove that when I turned it on, it smelled like something was cooking. Here's all the brand new sheets we've been bringing in that they haven't been using. I don't want to know what that is. They're also currently still parked up the street in the same spot. Their shit is still behind their car. I would get you a picture, but I don't want to get that close to them.
All right, so this is some of the background info, kind of where we started. So the next clips we're going to see are from Tophia's TikTok. This is actually November the 1st, so kind of the day after that all of this came out from the housekeeper, Squid. She's going to basically initially deny that she's living out of the car, which is the case. I mean, it's true. It's what's happening. And she's also going to say that basically the room was already dirty when she got there. How we can make an excuse for the extent of the photos that Squid just showed us, I have no clue, but that's kind of where we're going to be at. So let's hear her out for this part.
This is because this needs to be said. I'm running errands, and I don't need anyone to be thinking I'm sleeping out of my car. First of all, the maid had no rights to share any of my personal and private business, and it would be in her best interest not to respond to comments in her page because she's going to incriminate herself and lose her job. I got several videos I am sending over to corporate, and I'm going to make a call to let them know that she is putting my business out there. She's a maid, so she should not be telling anybody anything. Second of all, I did not talk about the maid. And if she sees this video, I didn't talk about you. I don't know you personally. You don't know me personally. Just because I'm a public figure doesn't give you the right to go and tell everyone my business because you don't know what I was going through or what I was struggling with online. You put my family in danger. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm not incriminating myself to get in trouble, and I'm sending this video to your job and your corporate. And I'm also, if it doesn't work, I'm reporting you to the police. I'm going to make a police report and let them know that and see what I can do about having those videos taken down, because you don't know anything about me. I am not the only sole winner, or not breadwinner, but the sole person that helps pay bills. And I'm not going to tell people my brother's business because no one needs to know where he works, if he works, or anything, because for protection and safety purposes. That's why I didn't tell people why I was leaving. And for you to come online and act like as if I was creating a sob story, I was keeping myself quiet for a reason because I didn't want people to follow me and find out where I live, which now you have put my family in danger. Thank you very much. I did not say anything about made with weird piercings. I have my live streams fully recorded. You are not going to sit here and lie and say I talk about people that I live at. Why would I talk about the maids when I don't know them personally? She was nice. She came to our door and gave us our bedding. I didn't say anything rude about you. So don't listen to these trolls. And I would suggest the best advice, since maybe you don't want to take advice from me, is to take down those videos and stop responding to people before you lose your job. Because that is a second video that I have to send to your corporate office to get you fired because you wanted to come online and spew my business. I hate when people love to do things for views and kick people while they're down. You don't know my situation. You don't know why I couldn't pay my bills. And it wasn't just because of TikTok. If I would have had the money, I could have helped my brother pick up where he couldn't pick up. I don't have to tell people what's going on in my personal life. And you just plastered it everywhere because you wanted some sort of 15 seconds of fame. Well, you're going to get your 15 seconds of fame. Was it worth it to lose your job? And I don't care if anyone comments in my comment section and defends that lady. Let me tell you something. If you're defending someone, spewing my business out there, people are literally calling her out. People have said that I can get a lawyer, and I've actually had people reach out to help me get a lawyer. So I would suggest, in your best advice, if you see this video, take those videos down. And even if you do, I still have the videos. So it's already too late for you. You should have never put my family in danger because you don't know the situation. You was not there when my brother had to talk to the lady about paying rent. You don't know our personal business. You and your little friend needs to stop being rude to people that live there. And you need to tell your friend to be a little nicer and stop acting like she's the manager when she's not. She's a maid. And what do maids do? Clean rooms. So I suggest you should be cleaning rooms instead of being short-staffed and leaving nasty rooms for people to live in with roaches, okay? Because our room had doors chewed in it, which I couldn't even take a picture. I didn't even take a picture because I was like, you know what? I'll just suffer through this. The back of our door was chewed by someone else whose dogs was there. Their lights were falling off. They had overhead lights over our beds. They were literally broken. On top of that, our electricity plug blew up. Our refrigerator was not fixed for a whole month. We did not have our refrigerator fixed. And when we told them it was broken, they didn't fix it. My mom had to defrost the refrigerator and it thankfully ran again. We had to shove all of our stuff in the freezer because we didn't have a refrigerator. Everything was going bad. On top of that, everything was damaged. Their countertop, the part where the countertops are, was coming apart because whoever was there damaged the room. And mind you, the lady that worked there before can vouch because she was disgusted when she saw what room we got. She was looking around the room in disgust because she couldn't believe this is the room we were given. On top of that, someone punched a hole in the closet door by the kitchen, was punched by someone else. That room was nasty. And we literally sacrificed to stay there because we didn't want to move from room to room. And I am tired of these people there's only 2 maids that clean the whole building. If you look at the building, how big it is for 2 maids, and people quit. And you wonder why people quit. This is 5 minutes long and I'm just going to end it here. But if I was you, I would advise you to take down your video before it makes it worse and you incriminate yourself. Anyways, I've got stuff I got to do. I have important things that I got to do. Have a good day. So I want to talk about this because this needs to be said. There is someone that was verified. I like your content that she commented. It's not racism. And she's walking to work. So I'm going to tell you. The only time that she's seen us was 4 times. And the 4 times that she's seen us, we were in our car. We've all been in a situation where we're stuck in traffic or we're in the car. When nature calls, right? You have to go to the restroom. And we went to the thrift store, which was just newly built, to use the restroom. So she walked to work, which is okay. I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to walk to work. She walked to lunch and was filming. While she was filming, we were sitting in the car. Mind you, we cannot move because the car's not movable. We can't tow it. I even told my mom we have to move because she's going to keep harassing us. We're going to have to try to figure something out. It's expensive to tow it to where we need to tow it. Towing is expensive. Everyone knows that. Tow companies are super, super expensive. We do not have the money right now. We're trying to save. We were trying to save. We were hoping maybe we could get someone to tow it or get a tow. We couldn't. The cops harassed us, which is why we had to tow it. So we're not there because the cops forced us to tow it. And he had to bother people early in the morning to tow it, my brother. But anyways, not that he's bothering, but you know. So, anyways, the maid walked to work, which was fine. She walked to lunch. Mind you, I had got a message before I had seen the maid or the housekeeper, because people get mad I call her maid housekeeper. I received a message from someone saying, don't let the maid film you or the housekeeper. People are telling her to film you. And I was like, okay, thank you for letting me know. So I have a right to film. It's public property. Her job is not there, mind you. Her job is right behind us. Okay, and she could walk to work if she wants to, but she was liking comments about filming me. She was literally liking and responding to comments about filming me, saying, I'm going to try to see if I can film. Why are you trying to film us if we're just sitting in our car not bothering you? Mind you, I didn't look her way. I didn't antagonize her. I didn't do anything towards her because I wasn't looking towards her way when she was walking by. I just happened to look because I'm in a car looking at things, right? I have a right to look outside. I'm in a car. There's windows. And I see her walk by and I said, that's the maid. And I said, watch, because she was liking comments about filming me. So, of course, I'm going to be on alert because you just doxed my brother's car. Mind you, she doxed my brother's car. And she says she shouldn't have done what she did by making the first initial video, but she did it anyways. So then, the 4 times that she's seen us, we were sitting in our car. So how would you know if we're using the restroom on the sidewalk if you've only seen us 4 times? Mind you, in Albuquerque, okay, the bus stations, right? The bus station where the public buses go used to have it open for people to go use the restroom. Homeless people started damaging it. It started getting damaged in there. They closed it off. You can no longer use the restroom. Greyhound is next door, right? You have to be getting a Greyhound bus to use the restroom. Downtown, a lot of businesses require you to be a paying customer to use the restroom. You cannot use the restroom unless you're a paying customer. So if you're downtown by bus and you really got to go to the restroom, sorry, there's no restrooms for you. And especially disabled people, like the bus station closed off the restrooms to people for them not to use it. So downtown, there's no places to use the restroom because you have to pay. Calling someone an animal and saying that they're pissing and crapping on the sidewalk, calling a human being, especially a homeless person, an animal, when we've all been in a situation that we've had to use the restroom somewhere because we needed it badly, and saying it's not racism? Mind you, I mean, if I'm a black person, of course it is racism. What was her reasoning for calling me an animal to use the excuse that we were using the restroom on the sidewalk when she only saw us 4 times? Mind you, we had been parked there for 3 days. But I'm a literal human being that deserves decency and respect. I'm a human being. I am homeless. I can't move in my car. You're harassing us constantly. It's a public property. We have a right to film. Her work was not there. So if you're liking comments trying to film me, that's a problem. For my safety, I'm going to film because I need the proof. And you literally admitted it in videos. She admitted it in videos. So her walking by and literally liking comments and responding to comments saying she's going to film me does not make her case any better when she keeps walking by. Mind you, she could go to work. Like, I'm going to say, yeah, she went to work, but she's trying to disguise herself with a cap and a hat to film us because she says she was. Mind you, she literally doxed what my brother's car looks like. What was the reason for that? Why is she acting like she's a victim when we just left the place? We didn't even call. Mind you, the lady that worked there said, I would allow you guys back. I would work with you, but corporate said, we can't have you here because of issues with rent. It had nothing to do with our room being dirty, mind you. She's just trying to use that, using my situation to make money and make herself look good when that's not what the lady told us in the office. And after my brother took what he could from the room, he got all the important stuff because he had someone moving him. He didn't know how long he was going to have them for. So he had the person moving him. So he hurried up and got everything that was important that we needed and left the other stuff. And she ran real quick after that and started filming. Mind you, our stuff was sitting there for almost a day and a half, probably a whole day. And she's too busy filming TikToks and not doing her job. So I don't know. I mean, me personally, I would not call homeless people animals for using the restroom outside. Considering how Albuquerque is, it is very hard to go to the restroom unless you have a home or you're a paying customer. I can't help it, right? And like I said, I didn't use the restroom on the sidewalk when she was walking by. I don't know. I don't appreciate being called an animal, considering the fact that I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. Like, it makes you feel unhuman. And sometimes people are like, well, that's not racism. Okay. I mean, you got it. But if it was any other black person being called a gorilla, a dog, or some sort of animal, you guys would have an issue with it. But, in this case, it's not racism. Even though I was just sitting in my car, I wasn't even using the restroom. You got it. Have a good day, I guess.
Yeah, so that's kind of a lot, and Tophia did a lot of talking around in circles there. I tried to edit it down to make it a little more palatable for you guys, but I think that clearly the worst things about Tophia have nothing to do with her race, her ethnicity, her color, nothing like that. I think that the worst things about her have to do with her hygiene, how she speaks to people, how she treats people, and generally her care to her standards of living, right? So I personally don't think that there's any kind of racism or any kind of sketchy behavior like that going on, definitely. So Squid does have a response real quick. Let's take a look.
Hi, I know you're probably watching this, so I'm just going to talk directly to you. We had to throw away both of the mattresses in your room because they were soaked with piss. Okay. I don't think in the year and a half, almost 2 years that I've worked at that hotel that we've had to throw out a mattress. Y'all pissed all over the fucking mattresses. I'm gonna say it again. Animals. You act like animals. Okay? And you did dox me. And now the gloves are off. Okay? I was not doxing you. And then you had to go and name the place that I worked twice. Okay? Okay? So you better pray that the next time you see me, I don't see you. Anyway, it's getting pretty late. I have to get up and go to work in the morning. You know, that thing that pays the rent for the nice warm bed and the nice warm house that I live in and the nice warm shower that I'm going to take in the morning. Have the day you deserve.
Cool. So the very last part of this video is going to be some clips from Tophia's live. That was actually yesterday, so that would have been December the 1st, right? So I know you're looking at the dates, the timestamps, you're thinking this is old tea, this is old drama. Well, the situation is still ongoing. Tophia will not quit speaking about Squid. She will not quit speaking about how she's offended that she got called an animal because of her nasty living situation, and she's offended that she got doxxed. So all of this is from the same day. It is kind of a screenshot of her lives. It's a little bit weird, but I hope you'll bear with me and hear her out on this part.
She doxed me. She gave people the description of my brother's car. Did anyone know my brother's car before she gave the description? No, because he no longer has the car that other person told people he had. He sold the car because it was not running. To get a car, obviously the car wasn't running when he got it, but I helped him pay for the car. And the only reason people know we have a Jetta now is because the maid went and told people we had a Jetta. And people are saying that's not doxing. No one knew we had a Jetta. No one knew we had anything. I didn't even tell people we had a car.
everybody knew where you were living. So if she's showing where she's working at, she doxed her own self. What she did to
Why
her.
do we always bring up Squid? That's just my question. So you can go run and tell her that I was talking about her. Is that why? Because I can always go to the comments if she ever goes live and see that you say I was talking about her. You don't think I can see that stuff? Like, you literally love to keep drama where it isn't. Squid was the one who went out there who literally made that video that didn't have to make that video. And she made that video because she thought she was gonna get money, as she flopped. Her views have drastically went down. She hasn't had a video that hit 1 million views in a long time. Mind you, none of my videos that are going viral are because of Squid. There's only a few. The rest of the videos that have 700,000 views, a lot of them have nothing to do with Squid. Over 100,000 views. She only had one video hit 1.7 million only because people didn't want to have to deal with the election. They wanted to escape. Affects everybody's life, but you would rather care about a homeless person in a car and a housemaid that doesn't know how to clean rooms correctly drama than you would your own life that's about to be affected, your own health care that's about to be affected. How you're not going to be able to afford gas prices, but you're so invested saying, wow, thank you for this. This really took our mind off of the election. Like, it is, I'm not, she called me a dog and said that I was not trained.
You have it on for nothing.
I gotta charge my phone.
Oh, okay. You want me to turn it back on?
Yeah. It is so crazy to me that I'm not allowed to say anything, that I'm not allowed to speak up, that, well, I'm not a dog, so why would I have to be trained at all? That's weird. And I wish people would stop calling me a dog. I'm not a dog, I'm a human being. Your mom may be a dog, but not me. Your family might be a pack of dogs, but not me. I do not want to be considered an animal. I'm not an animal. Like, it is so dehumanizing.
Just so amazing to me that they want to call me a bad mother, but yet their mothers raised them to call you dogs. They don't have respect for anybody.
And then to have the nerve to lie to Adult Protective Services and have the nerve to lie to them, and they came and didn't see anything wrong, and then had the police harass me and my family, not once but twice, and say, good luck, bitch, and has the nerve to tell me I called the police because you were going to call the police on me. No, you called the police on a black person because you're racist, and then you're over here dancing around your whole house as if you didn't call the police on a black person, and we got harassed at 12 a.m. and told that if we didn't move our car, it was going to be towed, and how people were celebrating that, and literally we would have had to stand out in the cold while we tried to recover our stuff, our clothes that we needed, all of our belongings, all of the food that we had to eat would have went, because you want to be an asshole and say, oh, there's a suspicious car parked on the road. And then the police saying that they have a right to call the police and say it's suspicious, even though it's not a suspicious car. And the people that work there didn't even care, because how is it that a lady at a thrift store cares more about us than that housekeeper that cleans rooms for a living should worry about cleaning rooms and maybe get another job instead of trying to make money on social media? But you know what's funny? It's okay for her to say that she wants to make money on social media, and no one tells her to go get another job instead of trying to use people to make money off of them. That's crazy.
And then with Adult Protective Services, they came and they asked me if I was okay. I said, yeah, I'm sorry, we just got put out of there. They were more concerned about me having been put out than they was the reason she reported it. And then,
but she's trying to make it her main source of income.
Yeah, and then
Mom, I'm talking.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I'm literally leaving that last little bit of the clip in there just to be petty, because how she speaks to people is just disgusting. So that is a kind of brief summary of the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn situation that's going on with Tophia. I hope that provides some clarity about kind of where we're at, what's going on, and how this all went down. I hope you have a great rest of your day now. Bye-bye.